Ladies and gentlemen, ATDF everything in that shelf presentation. You're now rocking with TDF everything. Spoiled rotten.
Spoiler alert.
Welcome back, everybody.
All right.
It's me, Daniel,
And Aiden,
on Spoiled Rotten Game of Thrones edition.
let's give the people what they want.
Obviously, we're going to do that, but I'm glad that you pointed out in case anyone was like, are they going to give the people what they want this episode?
What's with this episode today?
No, it's happening, and that's an Aiden guarantee.
We're doing it.
Listen, is this called The Bells?
The Bells. Yeah, you got it. Is this the first time you got the episode title right?
This season, yeah.
I think so, yeah.
I figured I would do one random one.
Did you just guess that off the top of your head?
No.
Oh,
I think I read it, but also I thought I had read all the other ones. So this one was just like, I'm really taking a swing here.
Yeah.
So yeah, The Bells. Some people died, but it didn't occur to me until way after that they were dead.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
We'll get there.
Yeah.
So this was a big one for Daenerys fans.
Yeah, I guess so, eh?
It starts with, why did I want to call him Littlefinger? It starts with Varys and he's writing a note. Do
Yeah.
we know who he's writing to?
No.
I guess
And
it's
we
not important because
didn't
he's
really
dead.
Say,
It's 'cause
did we
he's
see the note? It said like Jon
It
Snow
had
on
clips of it.
Right.
So it said, so there was a clip where we just saw not the only Targaryen still alive.
Right.
Something about Jon Snow. Obviously, we can piece it together from there. But I thought that would come back at some point, and
Yeah, it might.
just
but like not.
But
in
no,
that
because didn't he
episode.
burn the letter? Like I feel like
Yeah,
he burnt
we
the letter as soon as he was like, "Oh, they're just gonna kill me."
Yeah. I guess he didn't do any other letters. We just saw him write one.
To be
and
fair,
then
he could.
burned
That could have
one
been like
letter.
one of like 10. Because
Yeah.
you can't just like copy all.
'Cause did he
With
have a
this,
bunch
you
of
got to
them when
like
he was first
actually
writing?
write the letters to the individual people you want to send it to.
Yeah, you gotta be like.
Or
hey.
he could be like, "Hey, pass this on, or else you have bad luck for 10 years.
Yeah,
Your
one of
city
those
might burn
stupid
down."
emails.
Yeah, I guess that was interesting. So she just kills Varys, and at this
Yeah.
point, she's looking real rough. Like
Real rough.
even the spy or the little kid was like, "She's not eating anything, so I can't poison her."
Okay, so
And
you
she-
got that from that.
Yeah.
I didn't. Okay.
Well, I didn't get that she was doing that on purpose. I thought she was just actually pissed off, and just that happened to save her. She would have died
Oh yeah,
if
yeah.
she
no,
was
she
eating.
didn't know. Yeah.
Some people have posited that it did know, and that's why she was starving herself. I
Okay.
think the idea is this episode is showing that she just can't trust anyone, and John was the last person she thought she could still trust. And then when he is like, "You're just the queen, no hanky panky,"
Yeah.
she's like, "All right, this is it. I'm done with this."
But he still said,
No, he said, "I'll always love you," but that's like,
yeah,
love
like,
can be a bunch of
we're-
different things.
As an ant.
Yeah. I'll always love you like an aunt.
Yeah.
Except for that, I only just found out you're my aunt, but still,
Mm-hmm.
always. And you probably have my baby.
Right. I guess we'll find out soon if that. Like, we don't have much time.
I guess
left
that's
for
the
that.
thing. There's only one episode left, so people are probably like, "Why are they setting up anything at this point?
Yeah. Yeah.
This should be all be denouement at this point." But here we are, still building.
We're building. Yeah.
Okay, so Varys is dead,
Yeah.
but not before being like, "Hey, like I legitimately hope I'm wrong. Like I hope that I'm dying for a reason here."
Yeah.
Some would argue he was not wrong. I would say this. We'll talk about when we get there. We find out that Jaime has been locked up because he tried to leave.
Yeah.
Like how when he tried to leave
He got
with
caught.
Brienne, and then they just found him and put him in jail. I thought it was going to be someone else. I don't know why. Like I knew once she said, "Oh, he tried to leave," but I was like when he was like, "I need to visit the prisoner," I was like, What's happening? Why did that happen off screen?"
Yeah.
I guess it doesn't matter, but it
guess.
just made me feel like there was more to it than there was. Like, it just, that really was what happened. I thought maybe it was like, no, like, there's some secret plan here, but no. It was just, Jamie got caught and now he's the prisoner.
Yeah. And what I was also confused about after that was the smuggling. Like, hey, Davos, you're a smuggler. And then we don't know what he really
I thought
did.
he wanted to smuggle Jamie in, but then Jamie just got in on his
He
own.
just got out himself somehow.
He was
Yeah.
just like, look, I'm pretty sure people know who I am, so that's good.
Maybe Davos was waiting around the corner or some sort of thing like that. But yeah,
What's the green fire called again? Crazy fire?
wildfire.
Wildfire.
Yeah, you're close. That's the right thinking.
No, I guess there's no need to smuggle that into there. It's already there. And it didn't help anything. It just seemed to show up. I
Oh,
just
right.
thought like
Maybe,
I just
yeah.
thought like, oh, like, is that, like, when I saw the wildfire, like, is that what he smuggled? But now I'm thinking obviously she always had the wildfire
I
there.
think that's what
so
it was.
then
Yeah.
that's nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah, so a lot of setup and like meh. I was just like, oh, okay. And before we get any further, this is probably my favorite episode of the season.
Oh yeah. So we
I
discussed
said that off
camera
yeah. But
or off mic.
even though I understand how deeply flawed this episode is, I'm still like, I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Other than this first part that I'm all just remembering now. I forgot all of this.
Well, it's just the thing is like all the whole season to me has looked amazing, and the actors have been amazing. It's just the story's a bit flawed. But like this episode, they created this like big spectacle about it, and like so you're gonna overlook a little bit of the
Yes.
flaws, right? So that makes sense to me.
There was another Starbucks-esque flaw, I think.
Was there?
Someone, no, not another Starbucks, but someone has screenshot and I can't find it again. So maybe it was just doctored and someone told them to take it down because not HBO, but like someone in their comments was probably like, "This is stupid."
This is fake. Yeah.
But
stop this.
it looked like they didn't use his gold hand in the last scene when he's holding Cersei. Looked like it was just his regular hand.
Oh, okay.
But that also could have been a shot from another time in the series, but I don't know. Also, just I haven't seen it
I'd have
since,
to go
so
back
I
to
just
that
feel
scene.
like it's not a real thing.
Yeah, I don't remember it, but then there's
I also
things happening.
distinctly remember not being able to see his hand. Maybe that was just like a promo shot.
Maybe, yeah.
Who knows? Anyway, the point is, the table is set. They're gonna go. They're gonna ride on these fools at their own barbecue. They go to King's Landing.
Yeah.
Somehow this time the fleet wasn't able to hit the dragon.
Yeah. Well, and also she finally figured out the strategy that you have to come from the absolute highest point in the sky,
Yeah,
and straight down at them, because they can't pull their bolts
all
to
the way
face
up,
completely up. I don't know why it took her that long to figure this out.
I guess you lose
But-
a dragon and you're like, all right,
Yeah, no.
maybe I'm not invincible.
Yeah.
Maybe she was just operating on what the hell are they going to do to me?
Mhm.
Well, they don't have another dragon, and then she's like, oh, okay, fair enough.
But the thing, yeah, it's still she still had some straight on moments with the dragon and wasn't hit. But I guess we're just
Yeah, we're just gonna
ignore that.
gloss over that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess there's a lot of problems with this episode. But so yeah, she gets them. She takes out the whole fleet or whatever was in the water.
Yeah, like
They're done.
the supposed and the other funny part was, where was Yara's fleet? Like, I know that's those Greyjoys, but there's still the other Greyjoys.
Yeah, no, our good friend,
Obviously, they weren't needed, but
her good friend Michelle has brought up some good points. Oh, she clarified on the did Daenerys ever know about Jon being dead?
oh,
She said Davos told her,
mm-hmm.
and so then when she
And
saw
Jon kind of
his,
stopped her.
and then when
saying
she
it.
saw his scar, she was like, oh, like obviously that's true.
she
then.
right,
Yeah.
noticed.
So
it.
there was
Yeah.
no. I feel like there still was an exchange that I said but that is exactly what happens. Is that there
Right.
wasn't a head-on thing. It was more like, you should know he just came back from the dead, and she was kind of like meh, and then she saw the scars and she's like, okay, fair
Yeah.
enough.
Yeah,
So thank you for that.
that makes sense. Yeah, thanks, Michelle.
But she also said that maybe Yara can show up because she was basically only in the first episode.
I'm sure she'll be
So
back in the last episode.
it'd be
but-
nice if she did something.
Yeah,
But also, if she just got away and was like, yeah, I'm done with this, then I would also
maybe.
understand that.
Yeah.
But, she's a good character. They should bring her back.
Yeah, I mean, Bronn Well, whatever.
He's
I mean,
not coming
Bronn,
back.
who cares about
Yeah,
Bronn?
he's not coming
But
back.
my whole point about Bronn was that he had no training with the Scorpion in that other battle, and came so close. Or maybe he hit this dragon, Drogon. I'm not sure if he hit the dragon or not, but he came really close.
I thought he
hitting it.
did.
Yeah,
I thought
maybe
he
in the
clipped it.
wing or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. He had no training. He hit it. Then this like the best fleet in the world or whatever, they hit it, a different one. And like supposedly these King's Landing, like it's perched up on every tower, all surrounding.
They were really ready for that dragon, and it
Yeah.
somehow beat them all.
Yeah,
Good.
that's magic, baby.
Yeah. There was no Melisandre, but definitely someone was on her side.
I did like, okay, so, yeah, like the fleet got torched, and then the Golden Company. I did like. They're setting up like okay, so this like I said, the kind of story's flawed, but there's a lot of things I like about this episode, and one of them was like they're building up this Golden Company, like oh yeah, we've got 20,000 soldiers,
Mm-hmm.
they're like ready for battle, they've never broken a contract, they've never blah blah blah, and then the guy, their leader, is just running for his life within seconds of being on the screen.
Well, I don't know which one. I do know that point, but it did seem to me like it happened after like a second wave of them getting their asses kicked.
Yeah, because
It was like
out of the gate.
it was like the first one. He was like, "No, we're gonna kill these guys," and then they just got decimated. And then who came from behind? Someone came from behind. I feel like was it the Dothraki or the Unsullied?
So they showed,
But like people, a second wave came in, and then I think that's when he was like, "All right, they got us. Like I'm done with this."
okay, so yeah, they didn't. He didn't start fighting before the dragon came.
Yeah.
And like you could hear, he just like hears these explosions, or like
Right.
random explosions, and then all of a sudden the gate explodes. The dragon's there, and then his peeps just get burned, and then the Dothraki come,
Right.
and then they're just smoked.
Yeah, they got them good. Like this
Oh,
was
yeah.
like, I guess it would be frustrating. I don't know why they would do it this way, but like all the things that you think they should have done in that first fight, in terms of like just having a plan,
Yeah,
happened in this one. So
That's
I
right,
feel like
yeah.
if you were the creators, you'd be like, just wait a couple of, but I don't think you should do it that way. I feel like
yeah.
there should be some element of feeling like, oh, they weren't ready for the Night King, even though that's impossible. Like
Yeah,
the
they-
whole point was they kept training for the Night King,
And-
and then they had a horrible go at it. Whereas this one, it was just like, I get why they would be good at this, but it's just like,
Yeah.
well, if you're this good here, then you should have been better.
They also had 3 dragons, 100,000 Dothraki, and whatever else they had. That all the North, all the whatevers. They could have just like, they could have just showed
could have
up
done way
outside
better.
the gates at the beginning and been like, okay, this is over. Like,
Yeah.
but I mean, it's TV, and they had to just weaken the army a bit by having this other cause and all that stuff, or advisors screwing up. But
We missed the like talk with Tyrion where she's like, honestly, if you mess up again, I'm just gonna kill you.
oh yeah, we. Should
I know
talk
she
about that.
said.
Yeah.
I know she said it'll be the last time you make a mistake.
Yeah.
But like, he really has not done a good job.
No, even in his plan for like to save the innocents, like he
Was the plan, hey man, go ring the bell, and then she'll have to abide by like bell rules?
yeah.
So I have an opinion about that.
And
but
he told her when
Yes, he told her that,
when
and
you
then
hear
he
the
told
bells,
Jamie.
and
to
she
do-
said okay.
Yes, I will. When we get to that point, I will talk about that. But yes, that so okay. I just needed clarification because I was like, is that like, because I know he let him go.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, he let Jamie go, and then they did that scene where he didn't know whatever language the Unsullied speak. And I was like, whatever
Oh,
they
right.
speak, and I was like, how long has he been with them that he like was
He
that
still
far
can't
off?
communicate,
It's
yeah.
not like, oh, this is a month in. Like I
Yeah.
feel like he's spent like years with them.
I know that should have happened in like season 5
So
or whatever they
even
meet, you
like
know?
even if he doesn't know the language, he should know they speak common tongue or whatever.
Mhm.
Like, it seems like he's been with them way too long. It's a weird comedy beat
yeah,
that he didn't know how to speak their language. I was like, man, you suck at everything this season.
yeah, he just is so dumb.
Like,
It's like, how did he think? He also, what else did he tell Jamie? He's like, well, Jamie was like, well, you know that like, she's probably gonna win this battle, and then she's gonna find out that you freed me.
Yeah.
Like she's gonna execute you, and then
He was like, I'd
He's just
rather
like, well,
die for saving my brother than like.
he did
not.
do that. But he also said, well, maybe after she realized
Oh,
that I
yeah,
didn't
yeah.
have to burn the place down, like she'll be happy that.
But I feel like then Jamie kept talking. He's like, fine, then I guess I'll just be
Like,
happy
no,
that I
you're an
saved
idiot.
you.
Yeah.
Like I'll just be happy that I saved you then, because it's all building up to like what I kind of found interesting about the episode. Like it was actual. Anyway, we'll get there when we get there. So
Sure.
he basically, I feel like he's decided, I'm not down with Daenerys. Like,
Yeah.
let me see if I can ride this out. But like, I think I know what's best, and I'm not going to go with her plan to just bowl them over. Like, I'm going to get someone to ring the bell. She'll relent, and then I'll have saved my home. Is it his hometown even? I guess he just wants to save the innocent people. Yeah, Caster the Rock, but like, yeah, King's Landing. He's like, yeah, like we don't need any of those people to die.
Yeah, he cares about the
Yes.
the people there.
But I don't know. I just feel like he used to be so smart, and now he never says anything that's actually smart.
Yeah, I agree. He's just been his acting's been bang on.
Yeah,
but,
he's
like,
not bad. He's not a bad
probably
actor.
the best actor on the show.
It's
but
just
he's
what they give him.
Yeah, he might get another big moment before he gets executed.
I mean,
next
he'll
episode.
have to.
Yeah, yeah.
He'll have to have a big moment. Like they really hang their hat on. We've got Peter Dinklage in the show.
Yeah, for sure.
They can't let
He
him
gets
go out
so
like an
much
idiot.
screen time. Yeah. But what did you think about clearly they've been setting her up to be the Mad Queen for a while.
So here's what I would say to this. I guess we're just going to get here.
Yeah.
So
okay.
the idea is the bells ring. I don't know who rung those bells,
Mhm.
but
Maybe Jamie before he got there, or
I guess. But I was just so disappointed that he just went up to Cersei. I was like, so he's not going to try and kill her. He wasn't trying to spare what's her face's feelings.
yeah.
And I was like, and he didn't ring the bell. Like they didn't show him ringing the bell. I feel like it was a direct thing of he fights Euron and then just goes to what's her face.
Yeah.
Because at that point he's been stabbed twice, and he's probably like, no,
He
I
knows
gotta.
Maybe I'm gonna.
I'm
die,
gonna
I
die. I
just
just
get
gotta
over
get
to Cersei right away. Yeah.
But anyway, so the bells ring, and she has a moment. I don't think she was ever considering not doing what she did, but she's just like, yeah, I'm gonna do this. Because earlier, as I was alluding to, she was talking to Jon Snow, and she was kind of like, no one loves me here. Like all I have is fear. And then he's
Right.
like, don't worry, I'll always love you. And she's like, oh, good. And then he's like, yeah, you'll always be my queen. And then she goes to kiss him, and he's like, no, thank you. She's like, oh, okay, then. So fear it is. And I'm like, okay, so she's just going to kill you. And so my thinking is this.
John should have just bit the bullet and just did it so that
Just
all
did
the
it.
innocents didn't die.
No, I don't think there's any outcome in where she
So you don't
rules.
think that?
No, I don't. I just think
Yeah.
she probably knows that as well. That's what that moment of reflection for me was when the bells ring. Is
Okay.
one, we know as an audience, Cersei's not going to like honor any kind of surrender. Like
No.
her whole thing is that she's in this to win. Like she's not
Yeah.
in it to surrender.
Game
So
of
she will.
Thrones,
Yeah,
You play the game, you win or you die.
yeah. So she's going to either like screw her over yet again,
Mhm.
or you have to kill her. Because she's not going to just play along with everyone else. And everyone in Winterfell was basically plotting against her. Like, little kids were like, yeah, fine, I'll poison her. I don't care.
Yeah.
And, like, Sansa definitely doesn't want her to rule. So,
No.
like, she's going to constantly work against her.
Yeah.
I just feel like she's probably, like, playing that in her head. Like, yeah, like, there's no point in, like, playing by these people's rules. Like, I came here to help, and I've lost, like, my best friend. I lost... she lost 2 dragons, but 1 this season.
Yeah.
She's probably like, fuck these people. And I was kind of like, it's kind of nice that everyone's in there because she can kind of get rid of all of them at once. Like,
Yeah.
and just be like, I'm moving on. I get that it's supposed to play like she's the mad queen now, but I was like, also, like, what other option does she have? Like, she can't actually, like, even if she was like, sure, okay, you surrender, that's not what Cersei's going to be about. She'll find a way. And you will ultimately have to kill her. And
yeah.
everyone else is actively plotting against her at this point.
Yeah.
And the one person she probably thought would be on her side was kind of like, you're the queen, but You don't actually have my mind, body, and soul. You just kind of have my loyalty to a degree.
Yeah, because
she was like, "Hey, don't tell anybody," and then he was like, "Oh, great,
And
I'm going to
he
go tell
disobeyed
something.
that.
I'm going to tell the two people that would probably get you."
Yeah,
So I just feel like, yeah, she didn't have a choice really.
I guess
I'm say I get that she killed a bunch of innocent people.
that was
so
the
like,
only thing. That
so
kind
for
of-
me, I'm
was
like,
weird.
sure, she did that, but I'm kind of like, you know what? I'm already on her side at this point. Like,
Yeah, I've been on her side
I
most of the
fully
way.
understand that they're gonna kill her. I
Yeah.
just feel like she didn't really have an option after. I was like, yeah, okay, I'm fine with this.
They
I
sort
know
of
you're gonna
forced
get
her hand.
you're gonna get your comeuppance, so I'm fine ultimately with what you're doing right now. I didn't really see it as, oh, she just lost her mind.
Yeah, I wonder if we're gonna get any reflection from her in the next episode, or if she's just gonna be full on crazy. I don't know, but yeah, it just seems like in her past she'd be, yes, well, okay, if you're gonna disobey her, if you're gonna scheme against her, if you're gonna like do that, she's full on very willing to burn you alive.
Yeah,
But she's always showed compassion for all the innocent civilians out there. And
Yeah,
even in
I
this episode, she was burning her own army. Like would have had to been her own army at points, you know? Like,
well, they definitely would have got caught.
yeah.
We didn't. I don't think we actually see her army getting burnt, but
I don't
there's
think
no
so,
chance
yeah.
they wouldn't have got burnt.
Yeah.
Yeah, she. Okay, fine. So maybe she did go a bit nuts, but I feel like that was like blowing off steam.
But no, I'm kind of with you on what her emotions should have been, or hopefully were.
I kind of liked that she wasn't like, I guess really they can't write her that dumb to be like, okay, yeah, I guess you guys surrender. Like, I just like that it acknowledged that, and then she was like, I've had enough of being pushed around. Like,
Yeah. Her advisors gave her the wrong, like, even without the John betrayal or whatever.
she's like, this is what I wanted to do the whole time. I'm doing it now
Yeah.
because every time I listen to those other people, it doesn't work out for me anyway.
Yeah.
And I'm sure there's an element of like, are those people like bound there? Like they could leave. Like, is Cersei that good of a ruler that they would actually be like oblivious to how bad she is?
Yeah, that's a thing. But I think
Obviously, the kids don't have a say in it.
No,
Anything I'm saying, I'm not actually saying like. So she did the right thing. I'm like, I understand the decision to do what she did.
from Cersei's.
Nah.
Oh, because Cersei clearly brought everybody in to bait Daenerys to
Yes.
burn them, and then
she called her bluff.
yeah, and she did.
And
Yeah.
I thought Cersei did a great job. Or sorry, Lena Headey did a great job. This
She looked really
episode.
cool too.
Like her,
when they
she
just
had
showed her.
Yeah, she doesn't really say a lot, but you're like, man, like there's a lot going on in there, and I like both Daenerys and Cersei, but I guess
too,
this
yeah.
episode flipped everything. Like this whole, I feel like we've been talking for a long time about how Jaime's gonna have to like kill his sister because she's turning into the Mad Queen.
Yeah.
But then now it's like, oh, I guess Jon has to kill his aunt because she turned into the Mad
Yeah,
Queen.
maybe. Yeah.
Although I just want it to be Arya.
I
It seems
also
like
want it to
Arya.
be Arya.
Yeah, Arya has been like, all right, like this woman's crazy. I'm gonna get her now.
Yeah, because she was okay. Like before she gets to that, though, this is the second time she encounters the Northern Army, and no one recognized her. Like okay, the first time she came up, and that was like she was however old she is
Right.
now. But this time, she's the hero of the battle they were just fighting. She shows up to, I think it was the Northern Army that saw her, and they're like, "Who are you?" And then she's just like, "I'm Arya Stark. Just like let us through."
Oh, right. He's like, oh, I gotta ask my commander, and
That
then the
never
Hound's
got
like, yeah,
reported
sure,
to
whatever.
Jon.
Like, go ahead.
Yeah.
I don't care. And then they just kept walking.
And they somehow just got in. But
Yeah.
I mean, I guess in that point, no one's really paying attention. They're just
Yeah, you just reminded me of that. That was pretty. I don't really know why they even had that scene.
yeah, that was pointless. Just show them getting in, or like you don't need to do that. The other thing, the other thing I was going to say about Cersei, I liked when Qyburn. Oh, also I love the way Qyburn died. But we'll get to that.
The mountain.
Yeah, the
I was like,
mountain,
how did he die? Oh yeah. Okay, that was good.
Qyburn goes up to her and she's like, they've breached the walls or whatever, and she's like, oh, that's okay, we still have the Ironborn, and she's like, no, the Ironborn have been burned, miss, or like Your Majesty, and she's like, no, we still have the Golden Company, and she's like, no, they've been burned too. Like,
Yeah, And she starts to crack.
Oh yeah, and and she's like, yeah, but what about all the scorpions? And then she's like, no, they're all destroyed. Like that was a good.
That was some good stuff.
Just showing her crack. She's
Yeah, she starts to tremble in her lip, and you're like, oh, okay, here we go.
And then she says at that moment too, the Red Keep has never been taken.
Right, this is the safest place. He's like, yeah, not so much anymore.
She would also know that that's obviously not true because her father took it over from the Mad King.
Yeah, but didn't Jaime have to kill the Mad King first?
He killed the Mad King, but
because didn't the dad come I thought they came like a day later or something. I thought there was like some kind of a.
I guess they were probably at the gates or something and about to come in.
Maybe not a day later. I always thought there was some kind of like
because he had the chance to bring them. So yeah.
I really liked everything to do with Cersei.
Oh yeah.
It's not that I don't like it, but I found it funny when Clegane Bowl was happening, and she was just kind of like,
"Yep,
you guys sort this out.
There's obviously something going on here. I can just walk by."
She's like, "Hey, Mountain, don't leave," and he was just like, "I'm gonna fight this guy."
Yeah,
and she's like, "Oh, okay." I thought the Hound was just gonna kill her right there.
I thought,
it really pushed that he just didn't care.
Yeah,
I was watching a recap and. Because I was really strongly like he should have just killed her, and then I was like, I think he's just thinking everyone's about to die. It doesn't matter if I kill her; she's gonna die. Like I don't have to do it, and I'm more interested in doing this.
Yeah,
which I still don't really fully understand. Which I brought up last episode. Like it just seems weird that he's that committed to kill it, especially when he's like, "Oh, this guy's already dead." Like he tried to kill him so many different times.
I think it's I mean, it's partly also what you said too. He just knows he's gonna die. He sees the fire everywhere. Is like his head's all messed up. So
I would have done the move right away. Not right away, but like after that first time where he stabs him, and it's like that did nothing. I'd be like, oh, just push him off then.
Yeah, yeah.
You don't need to get your eyes gouged out first.
Oh yeah, he pulled that move. Yeah,
yeah. It's like, oh, pop his teeth out too.
Yeah.
Yeah, he got him good.
Yeah,
it's exactly what I thought would happen. He fucked him up.
What did you? I mean, it was I liked it. It was cool.
It was good scenery.
Yeah,
like they had a nice, cool.
You saw his face. It was obviously a really ugly guy. He was never going to be like Bradley Cooper behind that.
No,
But
what did I think of it?
Yeah, and I like the way that Qyburn tried to stop it too, and he's just like, nope.
Yeah, that's how he died.
Yeah.
He's like, hey, stop this. It's like, I was like, wow, they just took him out like that.
Yeah.
What did I think? I think it's that, that moment in Dark Knight Rises where Batman's trying to fight Bane for the first time and like there's no music or anything. You're just hearing how futile everything he's doing is.
Yeah.
It was like that, only I was like, this is obviously where they're going to die. How long are we going to watch this for? I guess I didn't see that he would take him out with him. But I was just like, he's already dead. So like, I feel like this is a waste of his time.
It was a bit anticlimactic, right? Like, you kind of knew that was coming the whole season, and like
it happened though. So I've been asking for like 2 seasons. I feel like if Clegane Bowl was going to happen, and it happened.
Yeah.
So I guess I should just be happy for that. But yeah, I felt like we didn't. He didn't do anything to Cersei, and she kind of just walked away. And then once she left, I felt like the tension was gone. Yeah, because at least it would be like, oh, like is she going to try and intervene, and then the Mountain kills her by accident, or like is the Hound going to do it? But when she was like, "Oh, I'm out," I was just like, I'd rather follow her than watch this fight right now.
Yeah, for sure. Also, I get that his whole life he's probably wanted to kill his brother. So maybe
he does say that.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't understand it, but he does say it. Like, I wanted to do this my whole life.
But just the conversation with Arya, it was a really nice conversation they had where he convinces her to not keep going. They just spent, like, how much time that took. It's quite a journey between Winterfell and King's Landing, and they did the whole journey alone. Just how did that not come up the whole trip? Like, oh, so why? Like, so
it did seem like,
why are you going?
Again, the way it was played out, I thought there was like that was like she was just going to be like, okay, yeah, sure, whatever,
yeah,
and then like do whatever she wants. But then like that actually seemed to have changed her mind.
Yeah,
as you say, like it seems like a conversation that would have come up early, unless like he got there and was like, "Whatever, man, you killed the Night King. Maybe you'll do something cool." And then got there and was like, "Oh no! Like even if you kill someone, there's no way you're getting out of this.
You're gonna die if you go up there. Like sure, you'll kill her, but this place is all gonna
And he's like, "I'm gonna die doing what I want to do. Like you shouldn't die taking out someone." Because I don't remember if it was Michelle or someone else saying like, the idea is that like Arya was so consumed with like her vengeance and what happened in the past that this might actually be a shift of her looking to the future. So like taking out someone like Daenerys isn't about the past, it's about like, oh, she is a clear and present threat. So like I should probably
I care about humanity.
Yeah.
Not
that's why they gave her that run
vengeance.
with like the mom and the daughter or whatever.
Yeah, no, I like actually that the way they shifted Arya's character there. Like it just shows that she grew. Like the old Arya would definitely just go up and kill the queen, right? But this one is like, okay, I need to get out of here. And then on that path, she just sees all this horrible stuff that's happening. And yeah,
I feel like they cut to her like getting like piled on too many times.
I was like, oh no.
Maybe it only happened twice, but I was like, why? Like she's alive still? Like I was like, if that's how she dies, I guess that's how she dies. But then she would keep getting up, and I was like, oh.
Yeah,
okay.
So another one of these.
Don't do this.
I actually thought the women and the child that she kept seeing, were like faceless people that were helping her. But I guess they're just regular people.
There were so many times where I thought something better was going to happen.
Yeah,
that was just like,
and all of a sudden,
I guess that's just what this is.
She gets the what's his name, the Golden Company leaders. Harry Strickland is his name. His horse just finds her at some point, and then she jumps on it.
People are saying that's Bran, though.
Maybe
he worked into that horse and got her. You know, it would be nice to see him
do something.
See him be like, I have to help now.
Yeah.
And then, like, you can piece it together that he was that horse. Mm-hmm. But is he even in this episode?
No, we don't see him at all.
All right.
No one mentions him. No one.
So they really are just like, we do not want you to see him do anything important.
Yeah.
He had that one good line in the second episode, though. Things we do for love.
Yeah. Like, oh, bird.
Got him. Woo. But yeah, I didn't understand why. If it is Bran, like, why are they like connecting the dots? Like,
and do you know on the betting sites, Bran has been the odds-on favorite to become the king at the end since
you want that
beginning of the season. I think I think he might be the king now. Like. Irrespective of that, but
as I told you when you brought it up off mic, I respect your opinions.
Oh yeah, we were
too
talking
much
about
to
that.
to not be like that is a possibility.
Right.
I can't completely be like, no, that's not going to happen. You're usually right about this stuff.
I guess it was at that time I didn't know that Daenerys was going to die or like turn crazy,
be the villain.
Be the villain now, yeah. But now it just seems even more clear that like it's him or Sansa, I think.
Yeah, I don't know why I'm sticking to Sansa, but it could be I just feel like he doesn't care because he's not human at this point.
I don't know how. So how would they explain?
They can't really be like, "Hey, Three-Eyed Raven is the king now." Yeah. Although it does seem like basically half the people who meet him don't recognize him as the Three-Eyed Raven. And he never says I am. He's just like, I'm not Bran, and then doesn't follow up with anything. So they're just like, he's an asshole.
Oh, you changed identities. Okay, fine.
So yeah, that. I guess let's talk about are Jaime and Cersei dead?
Yeah, I think so.
It took me like 20 minutes after the episode to realize, I guess they're dead. I just thought just like how Arya kept surviving getting stuff thrown on her, that they would survive. But
right. And
I
how
guess
Jaime
that's the
kept
end.
surviving in the other battle too with the zombies.
Yeah. Or how he was able to like keep moving even though he was stabbed twice in the side. It didn't seem to really slow him down.
Oh yeah, so what did you think of Euron's?
I liked that fight. I thought that had a lot of tension because he's such a despicable character that I could see them being like, this guy gets to kill Jaime Lannister like in a more immediate way than technically what happened.
I thought maybe that would happen.
I'm like they could really like he seems like someone who wouldn't go out easily, and like they've really set up that Jaime can't really fight anymore. And like he is better than I would fight, but he's not where he is, and Euron is definitely a better fighter than him.
Yeah. Yeah, he has two hands he can use.
Yeah. So like, so I was just like, this fight, I actually feel like some tension. It wasn't like the Hound in the Mountain, where I was just like, I don't know, man. Like they could actually kill off Jaime, or he could survive and have one more moment with Cersei. I didn't really like that. That's what like took him off his mission. Like he had a mission, and then all it took was mention of like, I fucked the queen. I'm like, oh boy.
Yeah.
And he's like, wild swing.
Yeah.
I was like, come on.
Do you think that Euron, when Euron dies too, he's just like,
I'm the man who killed
like
Jaime Lannister.
I kind of liked that.
Like, I mean, but like, who is that for? He just those are his dying words.
I guess maybe he just really wanted to kill
Does
Jaime
he?
his whole
I
life.
guess he cares so much about Jaime Lannister. Like
Yeah.
a lot of what he's done has been to piss off. Not a lot of what he's done, but like he's done a
It's
lot of
focused
things to
around
piss
him.
off Jaime.
Yeah.
In particular.
In the early beef, like when he first arrives
Yes.
to King's Landing, he talks a lot of shit to him.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I sort of like that because for me, I know he's despicable, but like he just is doing stupid and bad things, and it doesn't make sense why he's doing those things.
As I said, I do like the fight. I guess this episode just made me so disappointed in Jaime. But like, I was like, oh, you're not doing any of the good. I thought he just was decidedly good, but I guess that's the idea. Is that?
Yeah, I was watching with a few people too, who were like so disappointed in that. I feel the same, but
I don't think it's a story flaw. I'm just like,
Yeah.
like I was wrong.
yeah,
Fair enough.
I feel the same too. Yeah.
I also don't think the Daenerys stuff is a flaw. I did feel like people are gonna be like, oh, this was rushed, but I don't.
Yeah.
I don't think it's rushed. I also feel like it's more nuanced than just she went crazy.
Yeah, I think it is. Yeah, like because you understand why,
Yeah.
and like you get the frustration, the like real frustration she would have. So
Yeah. It's and as you pointed out, like she's not above like burning people to death. If she's like, you did the wrong thing, so
yeah,
here it is. I guess the only difference now is she's doing it to people who didn't do anything technically wrong, other than stay there. They should have left.
yeah.
I guess where are they getting?
And there's all those early scenes too where she would say things like, "I will take what is mine with blood and fire." And
yeah. She's a violent person.
yeah,
There's no doubt about that. I guess people were just like, no, but she's always fighting for the innocent, and I was like,
right. Well, she has done that.
she did that and it didn't work. So
Yeah.
like now she's like, all right, I'm done playing with these people.
For sure.
I'm making an example out of them.
And so like we're gonna get that scene too, where, when she has that vision in around
Yeah, it
season
looks-
2, where she walks into the
People were mad about that. They're like, it was clearly snow, not ash, and I'm like,
Right.
whatever,
Yeah,
man.
who
Yeah,
cares?
who cares? But yeah, that's the only scene from the trailer that I cared about, was when she walks out and it's there. And
Right.
and I guess there was a vision that Bran had which was used again in this. It was a different
the
shot.
dragon flying
It
over
is.
the city.
I've seen the side by side. It is decidedly a different shot, but
Okay, yeah.
it is the
Bran
dragon
got a
going
different
over
point of
King's
view.
Landing. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess that's the problem when they're like they film stuff and they're like, how is this going to factor in later?
Right.
Hopefully, they always knew that's how it factored in, but you would think they would just use the same footage.
Yeah, why not? Yeah.
It makes me feel like
They
they
had it
didn't.
already.
They were just like, oh yeah. We've already filmed it. It's fine. But yeah. So this is it. I guess this will be the showdown.
Yeah.
Either Jon or Arya will take her down, and I will not be happy if it's Jon.
Jon, yeah, okay, so Jon
I feel like
in
that'll
this
be real
battle, too.
insulting.
Jon was terrible in the battle. First off,
Nah, he killed some people.
no, yeah, oh yeah, he was.
Did he kill some of his own men?
Yeah, so
I feel like at one point he was like, "Fuck you! Don't swing at me."
he's told his he should have just had a thing like, okay, well, if people start getting burned alive, like, don't join in on the rapes and the burning.
Yeah.
He didn't do that, so then he's stopping individual people. And he's yelling stop while Lannisters are charging him and he's murdering them. He's just like, stop, stop, and then does his little side move where he stabs the guy.
Grey Worm was also like, "You're a
Oh,
piece
yeah.
of shit.
Yeah.
It's time
No
to."
respect from Grey Worm.
I kind of like that little scene too.
Yeah,
It
me
didn't
too.
really pay off to anything, but I was just like, I like that. The Grey Worm's like, yep, it's time to move.
And
Dracarys on their asses.
like, yeah, Grey Worm and Daenerys had that scene too, where it was like this was Missandei's only possession,
And they put it in the fire.
and then but she should have been like, and all these like beautiful, lovely clothes she's been wearing throughout the years. Nope, she didn't possess any of those.
She's just like, here's
just the chain.
her chain.
Yeah,
And he's like, this is really insulting.
Yeah.
No, thank you.
maybe that's what spurred her on. She's like, oh, Grey Worm's on board. We're going full on scorched earth here.
Mm-hmm. As most people have pointed out, or not even pointed out, but by omission, I don't think she cares about Grey Worm. But
No.
I feel like she should. I feel like they should be closer than they are.
Yeah, she cares. She's like, that's my top general.
Yeah.
That's it.
But like he's been,
They
like,
don't talk really at all.
because didn't she like? No, Missandei taught him how to talk. But I feel like at one
Right.
point he's like, nah, you can just keep calling me Grey Worm because
Right. Yeah.
I love
That's
you.
my name.
You know,
Oh,
you don't
yeah,
have to give
that.
me a new name or something like that.
Oh yeah, and she did, right?
Yeah, and he was like, nah, it's fine.
Yeah.
I feel like
nothing to me.
I don't know what that means, but
Yeah.
I'm also misquoting it on purpose because
No,
I
I
don't
know.
really remember what he said. But that was the like upshot of it. Is like,
Yeah,
nah,
he
it's
did.
fine.
Yeah.
This is better.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he's still alive though, right?
Yeah, for now, I guess. Yeah.
Because it feels like it would make more sense if she was actually alone now, other than her dragon.
Yeah, she still has all these Dothraki who've just gone through and like destroyed and like the Unsullied as well.
Mm-hmm.
So this is the other complicated thing, like and the dragon. So
Who just never ran out of fire.
yeah, well, yeah, magic. But yeah, none of that makes much sense. And why didn't they just build armor for the dragons?
They had enough time in between.
Oh yeah,
I guess they didn't know about the scorpions at first, or did they
Until
not
they-
know? How did they not know about the scorpions? Because one already like came out,
yeah. They saw the one.
and then they were like, "That's
And-
fine."
She should have known. But whatever.
So, who do you think Yara is going to side with when she eventually shows up next episode, or are they just not going to deal with her?
I think she'll show up.
I feel like this has to be a 2-hour episode.
Yeah. Well, it's the same length,
It's
right?
probably
Like
the
hour
same,
20
like
or
hour
more.
20. But like, it seems like too much needs to happen in this.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I guess she'll side with
I guess she's-
Daenerys.
You think? So? Oh yeah, that they've met, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And Daenerys burned the other Greyjoy fleet, which she hated. So I don't know.
Hopefully she sides
Like, do you
with.
think she cares about the innocents?
No. I
Yeah.
think. Well, I feel like she'll do whatever she thinks Theon wants.
Right. Which is
'Cause
maybe
he's
side
dead.
with the Starks. Yeah.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's the thing. Sansa will be like, that bitch doesn't know her. I know her. I know him. It's fine.
Yeah.
Stick with me, baby.
She might. You know what? I could see it. Do you think she'll come back? Like the people like her, the secondary kind of characters that are also rulers of other areas.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think they'll come in right away or after John already?
I feel like
kills
so.
Daenerys?
So it better not be John. But
Yeah,
here's
I
the
know.
thing.
Yeah, I hope it's not
But,
John.
like,
So he's awful.
I guess what they are building up to what you were talking about in terms of having like people who represent all the different kingdoms.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah,
Either getting their own stuff or a consortium of sorts. Like,
some sort of
yeah, where there's like
democratic
one
or-
central place of power, but like it's all the 7 kingdoms are represented.
But
somehow.
yeah, like we respect your thing, so you'll have say over.
Yeah. I guess that's what they're like. Maybe that's how Yara plays into it, where she'll represent the Ironborn.
Yeah, I think so. And like they've already mentioned, someone mentioned in the last one, oh no, the one before. There's a new prince in Dorne, and they've pledged support to you. And she's like, why don't we just wait for their army to come? And she's just like, no, let's just go now.
No, thank you.
So that guy will show up, and so like he'll be or whoever it is, will
Right.
be the Dorne person, and then that
Wait, who are the Mormonts with?
the Mormonts are with the Starks. They're
Okay,
in the
so
north.
they're already represented.
Yeah.
There's no need because it's gonna be like all the good options are dead.
Yeah, pretty much. Someone will get given the Lannister castle, I guess. someone will get given
So Tyrion,
where the Tyrells were before.
or do we think Tyrion's gonna die? We've already said this. We don't have to go back into it.
I think Tyrion's gonna die. Yeah. But then, I feel like my Bran becomes king theories complicates the Tyrion dying thing, because the only person I could see who would suggest that Bran be the king would be Tyrion, because he's had that conversation with him and he thinks he's so smart, he knows everything.
Yeah, but then people will be like, "You're an idiot, though."
You're
Everything
always
you
wrong.
have suggested in the last 7 years,
Yeah.
and I'm just saying in their time, not our time, it has been stupid. So no, thank you. But I forgot that you said that he would be the king. I keep thinking that what's going to happen is like John gets and he's like, "I don't want it," and then they're like, "Okay, well," he's like, "I've got an idea," and then the thing you said happens.
Yeah. No, I think like. Yeah, he won't be the king, but he'll be
and
like
then
some
Sansa
sort of
will take over
background.
for him.
Yeah.
And then that seems to be the only way this show makes sense, is if there isn't one person on the throne, but they kind of dilute that idea and there's more harmony because everyone feels like they have a say.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Let's see how we're really putting ourselves on the line.
We are. We've just like called the ending here.
But like, okay, so usually, like back in the day, we'd always hear like Weiss and Benioff. I don't know how to pronounce his name. I'm bad at this. That they were asked like, "Who do you think sits on the throne?" and then they got it right. Is that a misleading question, or like the question? How do you think it ends?
No, the question was. I think the question was, "Who is Jon Snow's mother?"
Oh, that's the question. I always thought it was who's in the throne.
Yeah.
All right, fair enough.
I think, because I've seen that discussion a couple times.
All right. Well, someone listening will let us know what it was.
Because like way back when I saw that, and I like already read the books and they kind of hint it. Mm-hmm. When I saw that interview, I was just like, "Whoa, yep, knew it." You know, so
they're good. They're good at this.
Yeah, but
yeah. So, are we willing to admit that they're probably not the best storytellers, but they were really good at adapting the books for themselves for TV?
I think so. Yeah, I mean, there's still one more episode to go, but they've got,
I am not willing to get on this season is the worst bandwagon just yet. Actually, even by the end of it, I won't be able to say that. It might end up being just because of the quality of everything else the worst one, but I don't think it's like actively the worst. It's just it's 6 episodes, which may have been a mistake. Like they probably should have done 8.
Yeah.
I mean, just stick with 10. Who knows?
Or the usual 10.
But
even last year there was only 7, I think, right?
Yeah, possibly.
So,
but I just think that they kind of wrote themselves into a corner by being it's a shorter season. Yes, some episodes are longer, but not all of them for some reason. And then leaving people being like, well, then what about this? Even up until this point.
There's too much of that. Yeah.
And they've already said that like, oh well, we're gonna be nowhere near the internet when the episode comes out, and we'll be really drunk.
Right.
So.
Oh yeah, I don't think meet up and go some.
I don't think that means they think it's shit. I just think they know that like this is it, and like it's probably it'll probably give them a lot of anxiety.
Yeah, for sure. And it's the sort of show where everybody's watching and all these like book readers and they have their expectations and stuff like that. So there's always going to be negativity around it anyway.
Right. What else should we talk about? I guess we didn't really talk about the Cersei and Jaime thing. How did you feel about that?
Oh, yeah. I thought it was fitting for them to die in each other's arms.
And they made the callback to, like, we're the only important people in the world.
Yeah, he said that.
So I was like, I guess I can't fault them on this. But, I mean, they made a callback.
Yeah. Well,
I really enjoy callbacks.
There's been a lot of callbacks this season.
I just thought...
But Jaime...
I told you what I wanted for her death. They didn't do it. But I also was like, I guess this is it. I guess she kind of gets to go out on her own terms. No one got the best of her. I know she dies saying, "Hey, I don't want to die, please, no," and not like this in particular. But I don't think she would have liked it if someone else like caught her slipping and killed her.
Yeah, no, I agree.
This way,
I'm
she's
glad it wasn't Arya as well, because
that one
it shows Arya's.
But that's
grown,
again, I think they've set it up so it's like you thought she should be going for Cersei,
Yes.
but now it's she
gonna
should be going for Daenerys.
Daenerys, yeah. But I just think, like, in the last episode, Jaime finds out from Bronn that Cersei hired him to kill him, and then he left to go and defend her afterwards.
Maybe he was like, "Hey, don't try and kill me because I love you, baby."
Yeah, I guess it's just like, she's crazy, but, you know, I still like her.
Yeah, I really had higher hopes for him.
Me
But
too.
Again, I don't think it's a flaw just because it didn't go the way I wanted it to go. I just was like, I guess that was his character. They showed me he was
just a
that
dummy.
longer. He was that longer than he wasn't that.
Yeah.
It's probably harder for him to switch things up. Fair enough.
Yeah.
And he got to kill Euron.
Yeah, I guess, yeah, he had to do that.
Even though
yeah.
he did that, I was like, he probably could stay alive. I don't know, man. Like, he's such an annoying character. I bet they'll find a way to keep him alive.
Yeah, he's been...
But no, he's dead.
Yeah, no. So, okay, the total dead are...
I suppose Jaime and Cersei,
Yeah,
Euron, Qyburn.
Qyburn, yeah.
Qyburn.
Yeah.
A whole bunch of Ironborn.
Ironborn, Lannisters.
Golden Company.
Yeah. The Mountain and the Hound.
Oh, yeah.
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 So, you know, the deaths came.
Again, I was never like, oh, they should die.
Yeah,
I
for
feel
all
like
those-
I put it the best today in a Skype conversation I was having. And I think I said it on the episode about episode 3.
You did, yeah. I remember.
It's not that I wanted them to die. It's that if you were saving them for something else, at least give me a moment where they do something like cool to get out of it, or like something that makes you be like, wow, like I really respect this character for what they just did, instead of just like, is he gonna die? Nah. Oh, is he gonna? Nah. And then
Yeah.
I'm
there
like,
was a
oh,
bit
this
of
is
that.
wasted time.
I'm glad it wasn't like that in this one.
Yeah, everything.
Except for with Arya. But,
Yes, but I guess I just forgive everything.
yeah.
I don't think I've ever had the show's never really asked me to forgive something that happens with Arya, but
Yeah.
I guess that's why I forgave it here.
Did you think the horse showing up at the end was lame?
I'm gonna be honest with you, I was not really paying attention by then. But then when someone was like, "Oh, that's Bran," I was like, "I guess fine.
Yeah.
I guess he's got to do something."
Even him saying... Even him telling her that was him in the next one, which he wouldn't do anyways.
No, because he doesn't
That
do
would
anything.
be stupid, too. It's just... I'd rather just see him
Did you
do
like
it.
when I saved you?
Yeah.
Oh boy. Yeah, the horse was weird. I can't deny that, but I think the idea that was Bran happened early enough in me piecing together the episode that I was just like, it's fine.
Okay.
If that is what happened. And I guess the way this show works, we'll never know for sure.
Yeah.
Because that's just what they've decided for
That's
Bran.
what they do. Yeah.
All right, so this is it. This show has come down to what I guess the books are saying, a song of fire and ice. There's going to be snow versus the fiery Daenerys.
Right. Oh,
And
yeah.
if
I assume
he
this will also
kills
happen in
her,
the books.
I will lose it.
Me too. I
I
just hope
don't think he has earned the right to take her down. As I said, she gave up everything. When I say gave up, like she left what she was doing to help him because she loved him, and then he just put her in this real hostile environment. Never really did anything to help her out, even on the personal level of other people being like, I don't like her, and he's kind of like, I guess not. You really got to have sex with her to really figure that out.
Yeah.
He just didn't do anything for her, and then for him to be like, "Yeah, I got to kill you now." I'd be like, at least with Jaime and
I
Cersei,
don't
it's
think
like
it's
you
in
knew
his-
how much he loved her, and how much of a conflict it would be for him.
Yeah.
But since Jon Snow was always just like, "Well, yeah, I got to kill the bad guy," I would just be like, I
that
don't
would
like
be
this.
frustrating. Yeah, I hope it's not him.
Yeah. And as I said, I would see Arya killing Daenerys as more of an example of her character, or the change in her character of not being so focused on getting revenge, even though I'm sure she would feel it was revenge for those people who were innocent, but just the idea overall that she's looking out at what are the dangers that are actually hurting innocent people all over the world,
Yeah.
which Daenerys would be.
Right. Yeah, I'm on board with that.
All right.
I don't know how else it would happen other than those two, you know?
Or unless Sansa gets her first, like, serious kill.
Or like, what are the Dothraki and Unsullied gonna do when Daenerys dies? I just don't.
They kill everybody and everyone's
yeah.
dead except for Bran, and he's just like, I guess I should have seen this coming.
And then he's
Well,
the
I
king,
guess
'cause
I'm
he's the only
king.
person.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. I don't know, because I don't think those people will be like, yeah, that makes sense. I guess we should kill her. Like,
Yeah,
they'll be
no,
like,
they'll-
fuck you.
They're loyal to her only.
Yeah. I guess we'll find out
We'll find out
next week.
Yeah, that's a good way to top it, I guess. Right?
That's it. There's nothing more to talk about. I'm sure there is, but I don't remember it.
How are we for time?
This is
About
it.
the usual time.
This
Okay.
is it.
Yeah.
So, thank you very much for listening to this. Please go to thatshelf.com to see to listen to other podcasts such as Bad Gay Movies, Black Hole Films, No Budget Nightmares. That's a very good theme song, by the way. Highly Logical, that's one. If you like Star Trek, they take an episode of Star Trek Discovery and classic Star Trek, and then they kind of compare them.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so if you're into that, please listen to Highly Logical. And then there's other podcasts that you will find out if you go to thatshelf.com. So do it. And if you want to listen to more episodes of this series, Spoiled Rotten Game of Thrones edition, please go to tdfeverything.com/spoiledrotten-GOT, where you'll find my social media coordinates, Aiden's social media coordinates, and the aforementioned other episodes of this series. It's a win-win for everyone. All right. Thank you very much for listening. Goodbye.
See ya.
Excellent.
This has been a TDF Everything production, brah.